Making his way through the crowds at the Cannes Film Festival is renowned Egyptian producer Mohamed Hefsi.
There's more Arab films. That rarely happens in Cannes. That just shows you that there is a certain attention being given to Arab films that was not there before.
Mohamed is an independent producer and newly appointed president of the Cairo Film Festival. For over a decade, he's produced some of the region's most critically acclaimed movies. Films like Mohamed Diab's Clash.
Well, Arab cinema has been, to a certain extent, helped by what's happened politically in the Arab world over the past 6 or 7 years, because there has been a spotlight on the Arab world in the media, in the news, in politics.
Filmed entirely inside an overcrowded police truck, it depicts the stories of several factions of Egypt's political scene and was the opening film at the second prize competition of Cannes in 2016.
I think that film was very insightful and really captured the struggle that was happening in Egypt at that time, and was, in a way, universal, because it is not just specific to Egypt. It's about a society that is fragmented and cannot coexist.
Aside from the red carpet screenings and boardroom meetings, Cannes offers Hefsi a chance to get to know the new generation of filmmakers from the region.
Mohamed Hefsi, Egyptian writer, producer, distributor. I see a lot of talent, and I think that it's just about creating a support system that helps that talent to continue to produce good work. We have to find our own means to support our filmmakers and our industry, and I think that that is the key to sustainability.
One such talent is first-time Egyptian director Abi Shawki. His first ever feature film, Yomeddin, was nominated for this year's Palme d'Or. Without the support of Mohamed, it might never have made it to the big screen.
We needed money to finish the film, and he agreed to give us money and become our Middle Eastern distributor. So he helped us a lot to be able to actually finish the film.
It's his first movie, complete unknown in Egypt. Worked completely under the radar. When the movie was picked up for competition, it was a pleasant surprise.
Yomeddin is quite remarkable for a first-time filmmaker, and a first-time filmmaker who gets thrown into this giant arena of the competition where everyone else is sort of more experienced than he is, and yet the film really belongs there.
As a filmmaker, your biggest dream is to show your film in Cannes. Like, after all these years of suffering to make that film, we felt this was a nice reward to be here.
It really makes up for months and years of hard work and frustration, and sometimes difficulties and problems, and then it all goes away when you see a reaction of an audience, to a film that is being unraveled and discovered. And what we experienced with Yomeddin was just something that I think I'll never forget.
Walking the red carpet, nominated for an iconic award, Abi Shawki has achieved one of his filmmaking dreams. Tunisian writer and director Mohamed Benattia is another emerging Arab talent making his Cannes debut this year. His film, Weldy, focuses on a Tunisian father coming to terms with his son joining ISIS.
We were all hearing the accounts of parents that had lost their children that had decided to go to Syria. And it got to a point where it was almost too ordinary, too trivial. I remember being particularly touched by the story of a father that I heard one morning on the radio. And that's what gave me the idea for the film.
Attia's film would never have been possible without the backing of the Doha Film Institute.
The Doha Film Institute has supported us, and indeed their trust in us and their presence is very important.
Created in 2010, the Institute supports aspiring and established filmmakers from the region.
we've established this ecosystem that have helped filmmakers in any point of their films. You can start from the very beginning if you're not a filmmaker, or you can plug in from the very end of your film if you're an established filmmaker. And today we see the fruits of this in all the huge film festivals.
Fatma Al-Ramehi oversees the Institute and is celebrating a landmark achievement for her organisation. A record 6 films nominated in various competitions at Cannes.
Arab films are more recognized now more than ever. People are more compelled now to listen to the other side and see what's happening.
It's a good time for Arab cinema, although there are other challenges in terms of funding, in terms of distribution, in terms of being able to build a local market. I think that's still a big struggle, and I think a bigger challenge compared to, for example, having the international recognition, which is starting to happen.
And as the credits rolled on Cannes, awards for the region came streaming in.
In 12 years' time, we will have our first Arab Oscar winner, that will have our first Palme d'Or winner. I think it's just a matter of time.
There's going to be buzz about Arab cinema for years to come from this Cannes.
I feel the future of cinema in the Middle East is very bright. I'm very positive and I am very hopeful, and I think we are slowly becoming a true industry.
An industry where the next generation are setting the scene for a new future in Arab film.
If we capitalize on what has been happening in Cannes, if we capitalize on the growing interest in Arab cinema, we cannot go anywhere but up.